Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you your weekly TarotScopes for the week of the 23rd to the 29th of November 2020. And as you can see, this week I have laid out the everyday witch cards. We have the standard tarot cards, we have the mini cards, and we also have the everyday witch oracle as well. So we're going to draw a card from each to get our zodiacs for, or get our horoscopes, I should say, TarotScopes for the week ahead. So we're going to do this by sign of the zodiac, starting with Aries and making our way all the way through the 12 signs. And if you are watching this for the first time, if this is the first time you find my channel, welcome, welcome. If you look in the description box below, you will find timestamps that will take you straight to your sign of the zodiac. So you don't have to sit through them all if you want to watch just your one. So in the description box will be all the information that you need. And I hope you have an awesome week. We're going to get straight into it, starting with Aries. Hello Aries, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We're working with the Everyday Witch Tarot, the Standard Tarot, the Mini Tarot, and the Everyday Witch Oracle. Let's get straight into it and see what your week ahead has in store for you. All right, so Aries, the first card we have for you is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups talks about choices, it talks about options, and it talks about the overwhelm that you may be feeling with regards to all these choices and options that are available to you. It's very interesting how she's standing here and she's like, oh, maybe I want that one, maybe I want this one. And she's sort of going through her options, trying to decide. And the kitty cat sitting on the chair over here is like just, grooming himself and cleaning himself and saying, well, hurry up and decide what you want. So you may find yourself feeling a little bit indecisive this week. You may find yourself feeling a little bit overwhelmed by all the different choices and options that are available to you. Let's have a look and see what the mini cards want to say. So there we have the Page of Pentacles. So this indecision, this indecisiveness, this kind of overwhelm with choices and options may have something to do with your financial decisions this week, okay? Because that's what the Page of Pentacles is. And the Page of Pentacles talks very nicely to this card because it's saying that, you know what you need to do, you know what you have to do, but there's this feeling of insecurity. There's this feeling of, well, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should try something else, maybe, or just this complete overwhelm with the decisions, okay? It's very interesting as I look at this card, and I don't know if it's going to come through on camera, but this lady standing here behind the counter, she's got quite a smug look on her face. She's sort of like smiling knowingly, saying, yeah, no, she has done this on purpose, okay? So it's almost like she's put all these choices and options in front of this person on purpose to knock them off, to make them, question and doubt themselves. So just be mindful of that. And the Page of Pentacles is saying that, again, it might not come through on the camera, but he's actually even gone as far as flipping a coin. So he's so indecisive. He's so unsure of himself. He's not sure with exactly what he should be doing, that he's going to allow his fate to be determined by the flip of a coin. Maybe it's that simple action that is needed for you this week, Aries. Let's see. Let's have a look at what the Oracle has in store for you. Oh, I love these oracles. The pictures are just so gorgeous. And the oracle is gratitude and thanks. So it would be grateful that you have so many options. Be grateful that you have so many choices. Be grateful that you have the coin that you can flip it to help you make the decision between which direction to go. So with regards to your finances, let's practice gratitude. Let's be grateful for all that we have. And I'm just loving all the butterflies that she's got flying around. The colors are just so absolutely awesome as well. But the Seven of Cups is talking about a bit of overwhelm, uncertainty. So Aries, for you this week, when you are feeling overwhelmed and uncertain, if you have to resort to a coin flip, let's do that. But the one thing that's coming through here quite clearly between these two cards is the fact that you have to pick something. You have to make a decision. And whatever it is that you do, practice gratitude, give thanks for it all, and maybe by doing that it'll actually make the choices and the decisions easier to make. So Aries, have an awesome week. Love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello Taurus, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week we're working with the Everyday Witch family of cards. So we have the Everyday Witch Tarot, this is the standard size. We have the Everyday Witch Mini Tarot, and we have the Everyday Witch Oracle. And hopefully we get some awesome messages for your week ahead. So Taurus, let's get straight into it and see what is in store. So the standard size tarot gives you the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is talking about inner knowledge, it's talking about inner knowing, and it's also talking about inner trust and faith. It's about recognizing that you don't need anybody else to give you the insight that you need. It's interesting, behind her there are all of these books, okay? So that talks about the knowledge that she has gained, the knowledge that she has attained. Even though she has all that knowledge, she still questions and doubts herself, as we all do. I think that's quite human nature to doubt herself. So what she's done is she's now resorted to a tarot, she's resorted to a crystal ball, and she's even got her runes coming out, okay? And the cat's helping her with the runes. So it's about knowing that you are a spiritual being. It's about trusting your intuition. It's about recognizing that you have the answers that you need. Trust the knowledge and the experience that you've gained. But yes, use your resources that are available to you to help you when it comes. But recognize that nobody's going to give you the information. Nobody's going to give you the answers. You need to trust in yourself this week. Paired with that or connected to that, our mini tarot is giving you the Six of Cups. Okay, so the mini tarot is giving you the Six of Cups, which is saying to you that the situation where you may need to trust your intuition, the situation where you may need to be trusting in yourself and trusting in your own inner wisdom, may be something connected to somebody from your past. A situation, a circumstance, a person, an opportunity, something from your past that's coming back into your space this week. So Taurus, be mindful of that, look out for that. And when this opportunity, situation, or person re-enters your space this week, trust the history, trust the knowledge, trust the understanding that you already have in order to help you make the decision moving forward. So basically what we're going to say is don't take the person at their word. Don't take the person at face value. You need to dig a little bit deeper before you make that decision, and trust the knowledge, the experience, and the understanding that you already have. But Everyday Oracle is telling you listening to wisdom. So it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense, okay? So listen to the wisdom that you have. Listen to the wisdom that you have achieved, that you have attained, that you understand with regards to a situation, a person, a circumstance, an opportunity from your past that may be coming back into your space this week. All right, Taurus, have an awesome week. Until we connect again, from my heart to yours, take care. Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I am working with the Everyday Witch Tarot. I have the normal size tarot, I have the mini tarot, and here we have the Everyday Witch Oracle as well. And we're going to take a card from each to see what your week ahead has in store for you, Gemini. So let's get straight into it. So Gemini, the first card we have for you is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles talks about helping other people. It talks about recognizing what you have in excess, what you have in abundance, and how you can assist others. And if you have a look at this particular card, what we have is we have a scholar. And I know he's a scholar because he's got his pile of books here at his feet, and he's come to her and he's saying, oh, can you help me, can you help me? And she's handing out a bit of coins, okay? She's offering him some coins. He looks quite grateful, he looks quite thankful for it. This lady on this side though, she's come through saying, oh, I'm hungry, can you help me? And there is a basket of food that she's offering. So it's about recognizing the needs of others and helping where appropriate or where you feel it is appropriate for them. Let's see what this tarot has for you. And here we have the Four of Wands, okay? And the Four of Wands is about celebration. It's about recognizing the coming together, celebrating the relationships, the connections, and the experiences that you've had. The Four of Wands is otherwise known as the commitment card, okay? So clearly for you this week, Gemini, you're going to be spending most of your time or a lot of your time this week focusing on helping other people, focusing on the needs, wants, and desires of other people, and seeing what you can do to help and to make a difference, and celebrating and acknowledging that. So even though the help that you're giving, even though everything that you're doing is coming from a good place, it's coming from, your heart and soul, and you're like really meaning it from, from your heart and soul, but it's about also just letting people recognize everything that you do. So let people acknowledge your generosity, let people acknowledge your kindness, and let's celebrate that this week. The oracle for you talks about seasonal harvest, so that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So you've obviously been doing this for a while, Gemini. You've obviously been taking care of other people and helping and giving wherever possible, sharing your knowledge, sharing your abundance, sharing your excess, whatever you have. You've been sharing with as many people and for as long as you possibly can. And this week there may be some kind of commitment celebration, some kind of, I'm going to call it social gathering that's going to take place with regards to this. And it is time for you to reap what you have sown, because seasonal harvest is saying to you that you've been working so hard for so long, and it's now time that you start receiving. So I'm actually wanting to switch this card around. So the Six of Pentacles is normally about giving to others, assisting where necessary, helping other people wherever they need it. But because we have seasonal harvest, and because we have this commitment and celebration here, I feel like I want to shift this one to say that you need to be receiving the help. Okay, so the seasonal harvest is telling you that you have been working for such a long time, and it's time that you start receiving. You've put the effort in, you've put everything, you've done all the work. Now it's time for you to start receiving. So I'm going to switch this around and say that for you this week, Gemini, it's about accepting the help, accepting the offerings, the seasonal harvest offerings from other people, and just celebrate and acknowledge that. So have an awesome week, Gemini. I think it's going to be amazing for you. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello and welcome to all Cancerians out there. Welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. As you can see, this week I am working with the Everyday Witch Tarot and Oracle decks. I have got the normal size tarot, I've got the mini tarot, and I have the Everyday Witch Oracle as well. So we're going to draw a card from each to see what your week ahead has in store for you. Picking up 2 cards there. All right, lovely. So Cancerians, we have card 20 in the Major Arcana, which is the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is telling you need to stop paying attention to the calling. You need to stop paying attention to where your attention is going and where you are being summoned and called to. The Judgment card is telling you it's time to expose yourself. It's time to stand there and to be seen. It's time for you to be seen, to be heard, and to be acknowledged. Okay, you're being called to action. I love that. You're being called to action this week. So something that you've been pondering, thinking, or waiting for quite some time may actually be coming to fruition for you this week. And with all the music, with all the sounds, with all the happiness that we've got going, that's certainly going to be a positive. Let's just see what the other tarot has. Oh, wow. Okay, so there we have card number 1, which is the Magician in the Major Arcana. So you've got 2 Major Arcana cards coming through for you, Cancerians, which tells you that this week is going to be quite a significant one. It's telling you that this week it's not going to be just about, you know, the standard kind of run-of-the-mill stuff. That this is a big event that's happening for you. All right, so Cancerians, quite a big week ahead of you. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Don't be afraid to make the decisions and to just, I want to say, be open and honest upfront with everybody around you. And understand with the Magician card here, it's telling you that you have the knowledge, the guidance, the inspiration, the energy, the know-how. You have everything that you need to achieve whatever it is that you require, whatever it is that you need. But understand that it's about being transparent. It's about recognizing your needs, your wants, and your desires. It's about recognizing and actually saying, standing up for yourself and saying, hey, hold a second, I need more, I want more, and I can have more. Okay, because that's what these 2 cards together are saying. Let's have a look and see what your oracle's saying. So here we have air magic, and air magic, I love the incense that's burning. Look at the sun coming through the windows. He has got his quill, he's inked, he's ready to start putting his plans in motion. Air magic, air, when we talk about the element of air, we talk about our thoughts, we talk about our inspirations, we talk about our hopes, we talk about our fears, all of those kind of things, okay? Our inspirations and things like that. So this is going to be an incredible week for you, Cancerians, but it's a week where you have to participate and you have to make things happen. You have to recognize that you need to stand out and be seen. You need to make sure that you're being heard. You need to recognize that you have all the knowledge, you have all the understanding, you have all the information you need, and it's definitely time to take the ideas from your mind, from your head, and put them down. Use the quill, use the pen, and start putting your ideas into motion, because this is a week for success for you. So Cancerians, have an amazing week. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello, Leo, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I am working with the Everyday Witch Tarot. I have the Standard Tarot and I have the Mini Tarot, and I am also working with the Everyday Witch Oracle. And we're going to draw a card from each one of these to see what your energy of the week ahead is. Right, so Leo, first card we draw for you is card of card number 13 of the major arcana, which is the death card. And you know what, the death card, if you've been following my channel for a while, if you know anything about tarot, you know that the death card does not mean death. It does mean endings though, okay? It does mean that something is going to end, something is going to come to an end, but it is a good thing, because what follows the ending, what follows the big change that's coming, is definitely going to be very, very positive. I want to see if I can just bring this closer. All right, if you have a look at this card, you can see that he's standing here, this rope. Can you see that that rope is literally on its last string? And he's going to take a sword and he's going to cut through that rope. And as soon as he does, this barrier disappears. Whatever is waiting or whatever is holding this rope on either end is now going to be set free. It's going to be loose, and that is something to be celebrated, and that is something to be acknowledged. There is obviously, this rope is obviously holding something captive, and by cutting through the rope, we are releasing it, we are letting it go, we are setting it free. And that is what is important and significant for you this week. So it's about recognizing that we have to let go of something that is holding us back. We have to. Let's see what we have to let go of. So we're going to use the mini tarot to give us that information. Okay, so in the mini tarot, we have the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is, look at it, I mean, there's this tornado that's coming towards you. The wind is just so strong. You can see the tornado coming through and everything is up in the air. But what it's telling you is that movement is already taking place. So whatever this ending is, whatever it is that you need to cut away from, whatever it is that you need to move away from, has already started. It's already in motion. But this week, we're going to see the end of it. We're going to be on the tail end of it. We're going to have, you know, the tornado is not coming towards us. It's obviously moving away. And it is now, we're on the other end of it. And we're going to see what it's leaving behind. And I'm going to tell you with the death card that whatever is left behind, whatever happens after this change, after this break, it's definitely going to be a positive. But we have to let go of whatever's holding us back so that we can move forward. Let's have a look and see what your oracle says. Oh, I love it. You know what? I shuffle the cards, I lay them out, I never really look, and it just amazes me how they all absolutely tie in. This particular oracle says to you transformation and change. Look at the butterfly and the magic of the butterfly here. Even the butterfly here on the kitty cat's tail, we've got the two cats meeting, and they're meeting as equals. They're coming together as absolute equals. Look at the sky. We're going from dark, we're going from scary to light, bright, and beautiful. And we can't do that if we don't move through the difficulty. And that's what's happening here. Okay, that's what's happening here with these two cards. So Leo, you are in for a big week. It's going to be a very interesting week for you. But don't try and fix this, okay? This rope that's snapping here, this rope that's breaking, please do not try and fix it. Do not try and mend it. Do not try and fix it. Do not try and put it back together. It's time to actually cut it and separate it so that you are free to transform and change in the way that you need to. As we get towards the end of 2020, it's so important that we let go. It's so important that we let go of anything that no longer serves us. And it's so important that we allow ourselves to progress moving forward. Leo, have an awesome week with love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello Virgo, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I am working with the Everyday Witch Tarot. I have the Standard Tarot and I have the Mini Tarot, and we also have the Everyday Witch Oracle, and we're going to work with the three of these to get some awesome inspiration and guidance and to see exactly what the energy of your week ahead is. So Virgo, let's start off with your tarot. So Virgo, we have got the Six of Wands energy that has come through for you here. Six of Wands is about being recognized and being acknowledged for everything that you've done and everything that you've achieved. You can see everybody has come out, everybody's clapping hands, everybody's acknowledging this beautiful lady in the red here. Everybody is honoring her and respecting her for whatever she has done for the community, for the people. We've got the ribbons, we've got everything happening. And Virgo, it's not about ego, because she certainly hasn't operated from a place of ego. It's purely about just being acknowledged, being recognized for what you've done. So please, if somebody gives you a compliment this week, if somebody says you've done an incredible job, just say thank you. Okay, just say thank you, because people are honestly meaning it from the bottom of their heart. You have done incredibly well and you are going to be recognized and acknowledged. The Mini Tarot, let's see what it has for you. It has Page of Cups energy, okay? Page of Cups is lovely because it's going to tell you that you're going to feel quite awkward about all this recognition. This kind of acknowledgement and recognition that's going to be taking place for you may make you feel a little bit awkward. You know you need to just be humble and say thank you. You know that you deserve the accolades that are coming your way. You know you deserve it, but you're still going to feel a little bit awkward and a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit unsure of yourself, okay? And that's okay. That's okay. Don't be so self-critical. Don't be so judgmental. Don't be so critical on what you've achieved and what you've done. You might not think it's anything fabulous. So when people are telling you job well done, you might be thinking, actually, but that wasn't such a job well done. You might be thinking you didn't do all that great or whatever it may be, because that's what the Page of Cups is saying. But the Six of Wands is saying, just accept the accolades, just accept the recognition, because you've obviously done well and you deserve to be recognized for it. Let's have a look and see what your oracle says. Right, it says speak your mind. Absolutely awesome. Okay, so speak your mind. Maybe it's the speaking of the mind that gets you acknowledged. I like that. So maybe I think that's absolutely fabulous. So Virgo, what the cards are saying to you is speak your mind at any and all opportunities that you get. Don't hold back. Speak your mind, express yourself, express your wishes, because there you can see they're blowing on a dandelion. All right, express your wishes, express your needs, wants, and desires. And by doing that and speaking your mind and standing up for other people will give you the recognition that you need. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your abilities. Don't doubt your capability of doing that. All right. But I certainly think, Virgo, this is an awesome week for you. And just anytime anybody gives you a compliment, anytime anybody has something nice to say to you, just say thank you. Just say thank you. Have an awesome week, Virgo, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, you take care. Hello Libra, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I'm working with the Everyday Witch Tarot and the Everyday Witch Oracle. I have the standard size tarot, I have the mini tarot, and this is the Oracle deck over here. And we're hoping we're going to get an awesome message to tell us what you can expect, what's in store for you for the week ahead. Let's get straight into it with your tarot and see what it says. Right, so Libra, we have Nine of Wands energy. Shame she's exhausted. She's bandaged up. She's battered and bruised. She's got her back up against the wall. You can see she's been putting on a big fight for such a long time. Her little wand, her little stick that she has to defend herself with is really hanging on by a thread. She's not doing very well. She's still standing, and that is something to be acknowledged. That is definitely something to be feeling positive about, but she's really feeling exhausted, battered, bruised. She's been struggling for such a long time, and that's probably how you're feeling at the moment, Libra. You're probably feeling a little bit battered and bruised, feeling a little bit like, oh my gosh, I don't know how much more of this I can handle. I don't know how much more of this I can get through. But the interesting thing about this particular card is it's acknowledging your pain. It's acknowledging your discomfort. It's acknowledging how difficult the time has been. But this card is also saying to you that, you know what, you're just about there. Don't give up now. Even though you're feeling like you don't have any energy, even though you're feeling like you just don't have it in you anymore, just keep going, because you're certainly going to break through very soon. You're certainly going to achieve everything that you need to. Victory is so close. Don't give up yet. Let's just see what this tarot has for you. Okay. Oh, I like it. So here we have the Hanged Man energy, card number 12, the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is saying to you, you know, that sometimes when you look at things from a different perspective, sometimes when you get a different vantage point, suddenly everything looks a lot clearer and you can see so much more than, because he's not struggling. Oops, sorry, bumping all the cards. He's not struggling. He's feeling quite confident. He's feeling quite okay hanging upside down like that, all right? But he's suddenly getting a whole new perspective and a whole new view on the situation and the circumstance. And maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe the way that you've been fighting, whatever it is that you're fighting, this defensive mode, maybe if you just climbed up the tree and fought from top down, you may have more chance of success. But it's saying to you, don't give up. Whatever it is that you're doing, don't give up, but certainly look at it from a different perspective. Maybe if you put your witch cloak on, you may be able to disguise yourself a little bit better. I don't know. Let's see what your oracle has to say. Imagine and envision. Right. Oh, I love it. So here we have, and it's interesting how, I mean, I know this is the Everyday Witch tarot and oracle, but I'm just seeing the witch's hat that are on both cards. So it's saying to you, don't feel defeated, don't allow yourself to give up, don't allow yourself to feel as if that's it, it's over and done. Imagine and envision is telling you that if you look at your current situation from a slightly different perspective, you will see that there are so many other options available to you. Allow your imagination to guide you out of this difficult situation. Use the resources that are around you, use the resources that are close by, tackle things slightly differently, and you will have amazing, amazing, amazing outcomes. Libra, have an amazing week with love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I'm working with the Everyday Witch Tarot and the Everyday Witch Oracle. I have the standard size tarot, I have the mini tarot, and this is the Everyday Oracle over here. Going to give us some awesome messages for the week ahead. Let's get straight into it and see what we have. All right, so Scorpio, the first card we have for you is card 18, which is the moon. And the moon is a very interesting card. It's basically saying to you that as you go into the next week, you've got to realize that things aren't always as they seem, okay? So even though you feel as if you are, or you are just this tiny little kitty cat, maybe you actually see yourself as this huge big panther. It's about recognizing your own inner feelings, your own inner wants and desires, and recognizing that sometimes things aren't always exactly as they seem. We need to look a little bit deeper, because even though you are just this domestic cat, even though you are just the little black kitty cat, you have the tenacity, you have the courage, you have the, I'm going to call it the vibrancy of the big black panther, and you can achieve and overcome anything. So for you this week, it's a case of looking at everything twice. It's a case of looking deeper at your circumstances, looking deeper at your situations, and not taking everything at face value. Okay, let's see what else your tarot has to say from the mini deck. Right, mini deck, you've got two major arcana cards, okay? So Scorpio, the two major arcana cards often says to you that you're in for a big week, all right? It's not going to be just a simple, average, mediocre week. There's going to be a lot of activity, a lot of things happening for you this week. So you've got the moon, card 18, and you've got card 8, which is the strength card. And the strength card is about overpowering your fears, overcoming your fears, and your internal strength. So here we have this lady who has tamed a lion. Okay, she has managed to tame a lion, and that lion is now walking effortlessly next to her. Even though there's chaos in the background, we've got some tornadoes happening in the background, there's all sorts of things going on. She has focused on overcoming her fear, and she has succeeded. And maybe that's exactly what the moon is telling you, is don't allow your fears to overwhelm you, don't allow your fears to completely overwhelm you, because you need to recognize that not everything is as it seems. So if you've been afraid of the panther in the water, it's time to realize that actually, hold a second, that panther is just a reflection of you. Okay, so that's a very good one for you this week. Let's see what your oracle has to say. So Scorpio, your oracle says to you, meditation to dig deep. Perfect. It makes absolute sense. I love how the cards all tie in all the time. So Scorpio, what the cards are saying to you for this week ahead, recognize that there's going to be some big shifts. Recognize there's going to be some big things happening, okay? It's not going to be just a simple average walk in the park. You're going to have to face some fears this week. You're going to have to dig deep. That's what it says. You're going to have to dig deep within yourself. It's not dig deep externally. It's dig deep within your heart and soul to find the strength that you already possess, that you already have, to overcome your biggest fears, your biggest challenges, and your biggest obstacles. But recognize that not everything is as it seems. So whatever is scaring you, whatever it is that's worrying you, whatever is heightening your anxiety, just spend some time in quiet contemplation. Spend some time in quiet contemplation, and you will find the strength to overcome it. Scorpio, have an amazing week with love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I'm working with the Everyday Witch Tarot, and I'm also working with the Everyday Witch Oracle. I have the standard size tarot, I have the mini tarot, and this is the Everyday Witch Oracle deck. So let's get straight into it and see what you can expect for your week ahead. Right, so first card we have for you is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles, he's about movement and action and change. He's about taking control of his circumstances, taking control of his power, taking control of his finances in this particular case, all right? He knows what his restrictions are, he knows what his limits are, and he knows what he has to do, and it's about getting on and doing it. So Sagittarius, clearly for you this week, there's some things that you need to put a bit of effort into. There's some things that you need to put some time into. And it's just about, don't worry about strategizing plans, and don't worry about trying to have all the answers before you start. Just get busy, get started, and know that you're going to figure it all out. I want to see what's paired with that. Three of Wands. Okay, so the Three of Wands is like waiting for your ship to come in, all right, making a decision and waiting for your ship to come in. And I'm going to say to you, if I look at these two, first of all, they're both standing on grasslands, all right, even though here we've got mountains and stuff, and she's on an edge of a cliff with water there. But the message that's coming through with these two cards is saying to you that this is a week of action. This is a week of making things take place. Look at her with her wand, and she's creating that magic, and she's pulling in and she's attracting in all the situations and the circumstances that she's been waiting for. Okay, she's creating opportunities and situations that best suit her and what she wants to do with her life. It's not a week of being patient. It's not a week of being cautious. It's not a week of being kind. For you this week, Sagittarius, it's a week of getting in, rolling up your sleeves and getting in and getting things done, okay? You know exactly what it is that you need to do. Just follow through with it and get it done. I'm very curious to see what your oracle is. Right, it's earth magic. So this is all physical stuff, okay? So Sagittarius, this is all physical stuff. We're not talking about emotions. We're not talking about feelings. We're talking about physical things. So either your actual belongings, or your home, or your finances, physical, tangible things that you need to be working with this week. And just know that it's time to get things going. It's time to get the ball rolling. It's time to perform the magic and get the stuff carried out and happening as quickly as you can. And just know that you have everything. It's all going to work out for you. It's actually going to be quite fabulous. But don't rest on your laurels. It's a week to get up and to get busy, to get going, and to know that everything's going to work out the way that it needs to. So Sagittarius, busy week for you ahead. I do hope it's an awesome one for you. With love and blessings from our heart to yours. Until we connect again, you take care. Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I am working with the Everyday Witch Tarot and the Everyday Witch Oracle. I have the standard size tarot, I have the mini tarot, and this is the Everyday Oracle, Everyday Witch Oracle over here. So let's get straight into it and see what your week has in store for you. So Capricorn, we have Page of Pentacles that has come through for you first. And it's very interesting because page energy is always energy that sort of has an idea of what they need to do. They've got the textbook knowledge. They know what they need to do, but they're not always that confident in how to do it. They're not always that confident in their own understanding. And he's at a point now where he's at a crossroads. You can see he's at a crossroads. He's got a decision to make. And he's got the map. The map is quite clear and quite straightforward with regards to where he knows where he wants to go. The map has paths that he can take. The map has the way to go to get to his destination, but he's still questioning. He's still uncertain. So what he's doing is he's flipping a coin in the air. Okay, so he's doing a coin toss, trying to make a decision as to where to go and what to do next. Instead of believing in himself, instead of trusting in his own abilities, instead of trusting in who and what he is, he would rather flip a coin and hope that it works out for him that way. Okay, so Capricorn, for you this week, it's going to be about you second guessing yourself. It's going to be about you second guessing yourself and questioning whether you are doing the right thing for the right reasons at the right time. And you need to not be so second guessing like. Okay, let's see what your second tarot card is. Queen of Pentacles. So absolutely, now we understand. So the Queen of Pentacles, she is very aloof is the word that I want to use with her. She's very confident, she's very strong, but she's also very demanding. And maybe this is who you are for yourself. You are very hard on yourself. You are very super critical of yourself and super, I'm going to say, judgmental of yourself. Okay, so the pressure is on, and failure is not an option, because with the Queen of Pentacles, failure is absolutely not an option. So now we understand, oopsie, why you are a little bit uncertain and why you are a little bit unsure of yourself and why you feel the need to flip a coin roll rather, because at least that way, there's too many pros and cons, there's too many options, there's too many variables, and it's a little bit overwhelming, especially when failure isn't an option. So if we flip a coin, we don't blame ourselves, we blame the coin toss, we blame, other circumstances. And I think what this is saying to you this week, Capricorn, is it's clearly you need to be believing more in yourself, trusting in yourself a little bit more, and not being so hard on yourself and not being so judgmental and critical. Let's see what your oracle has to say. Meditation for creativity. So I think that's absolutely perfect. I think that is such an awesome message, because you know what, when and meditation is just contemplation. Prayer, meditation, contemplation, they all fall into the same bracket. But meditation for creativity, because here with these two cards, there's not much space for creativity. These two cards are about rules and structure and discipline and outcomes and results and all of those kind of things. There's not much creativity here, even though him tossing the coin sort of falls into the category of creativity. But in order for you to achieve everything that's on your plate this week, Capricorn, make some time for creativity. Spend a bit of time being creative, being a little bit different from the norm, and you may actually surprise yourself at the outcomes. You may actually surprise yourself as to what you're actually able to do and able to achieve. So for you, Capricorn, this week, recognize that your self-confidence is a bit low. Recognize that you're quite hard on yourself with regards to expectations. Spend a bit of time in creative play, and you may easily overcome those obstacles that are there for you. All right. Have an awesome week, Capricorn, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, take care. Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I'm working with the Everyday Witch Tarot and the Everyday Witch Oracle. I have the standard size tarot, I have the mini tarot, and we have the Oracle deck over here. So let's get straight into it and see what your week has in store for you. Right, so Aquarius, card number 1 that we have for you is the King of Wands. So you may find yourself feeling quite fabulous this week. You may find yourself really feeling as if you've achieved a lot, that you've accomplished a lot, that you are at the top of your game, and you truly, truly are. And recognize that you've worked incredibly hard to get there. This hasn't happened automatically. This has been a long and difficult road for you to get to this point. And also the King of Wands, he's very, I'm going to call him, he's the planner, okay? He's the one who's coming up with the action plan. He's coming up with the strategy. You can see he's standing at the map and he's coordinating and working out where his people need to be to achieve the things that are important. So he's also quite creative. He's also quite busy, but he is very confident in himself. He knows exactly who he is. He knows exactly what he can accomplish. He knows his strengths and he knows his weaknesses of himself and of his people and of his army. Okay, so that may be you this week. You may be feeling fabulous this week. You may be feeling like, you know what, you are untouchable. You know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, you know what you're capable of doing, you know what you're capable of achieving. Let's just see what the mini tarot has for you. Right, so the mini tarot here we have is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is saying to you, you know, it's time just to get busy. It's time to just get going. It's time to put your plans into motion. So it actually ties up quite nicely. So Aquarius, for you this week, there may be some things that you've been pondering, thinking, and planning and strategizing for some time. The King of Wands says to you, ready. The King of Wands says your army, your people, your circumstances, everything is perched and ready. It's now just a time to get going. It's this week, it's a time to get those actions, those plans, those strategies in motion. Even if you're feeling like, well, maybe let's just double check the plans one more time. I think these cards are saying to you, no more checking your plans. You've been doing that for long enough now. Trust and know that the plans are okay. Trust and know that the plans are good enough. And now it's just a case of letting it get started. All right, let's see what your oracle has to say. Oh, I like it. Make a move. That's what it says. Make a move. So that ties in exactly with what I've been saying. All right, so Aquarius, this is not a week for quiet contemplation. This is not a week for pondering strategies. This is not a week for coming up with ideas. This is a week for recognizing that everything is ready. You have prepared long and hard enough for this. It's now time to start. It's now time to blow that horn and to start making the changes, implementing and doing all the things that you want to. This is the perfect time to make a move if you want to have success, if you want to achieve everything that you need to. So go and get busy, Aquarius. Have an awesome, amazing week with love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, you take care. Hello Pisces, and welcome to your weekly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I'm working with the Everyday Witch Tarot and the Everyday Witch Oracle. I have the standard size tarot, I have the mini tarot, and this is the Everyday Witch Oracle as well. So we're going to draw a card from each to see what your week has in store for you. So let's get straight into it. All right. So Pisces, card number 1 is the dreaded Tower card. Everybody hates the Tower card. Everybody gets so scared when they see the Tower card. I, on the other hand, get excited because the Tower card is telling you that, something has to shift and change. So interestingly, we have this tower that used to stand here and that has now crushed and crumbled. It has now fallen down, and it is no longer what it used to be. So what do we do at this point? We can't push the rewind button. We can't go back to where we used to be. This is our new reality. And all we do now, we take all these stones, we take all these bricks, and we start rebuilding. And that's exactly what you need to be focusing on, Pisces, recognizing that procedures, policies, methods, processes, things in your life haven't actually been fabulous. Okay, they haven't been fabulous, but because that was your home, because that was your place of existence, you accepted it, even if it wasn't fabulous. So if it's now broken, if it's now destructive, if it's now fallen apart, instead of rebuilding it in the same way that it used to be, in the same way that didn't actually work for you, now is your opportunity to rebuild from the ground up. But when you rebuild, you're going to make it bigger and better, because bigger and better is better. Let's just see what this other tarot card is as well, just to get clarity. Oh, I see. I love it. I absolutely love it. So here we have card 0, which is the Fool. So interestingly, Pisces, we now have 2 major arcana cards. Okay, card 16, the Tower, and card 0, the Fool. And both of these cards are basically saying to you, it's time for a fresh start. It's time for new beginnings. It's time for a do-over. That's really what these 2 cards are saying to you. It's time for a complete and utter do-over. Let's not accept the status quo. Let's not just slot in and fit in with everybody else. These 2 cards are saying to you, you know what, you deserve fabulous, you deserve amazing, you deserve awesome, and you have the opportunity to create that for yourself. But these 2 cards are also saying to you that you have to let go of your old ways. You have to let go of your old expectations. You have to let go of whatever hasn't been working for you and start at the ground up and rebuild and recreate for yourself. And trust and believe and know that it's going to be absolutely awesome. Let's have a look and see what your oracle has to say. Right. I love it. We've got the healing waters, okay? And you can see what he's doing. He's arrived at the waterfront. He's taken a bowl of water, of this beautiful, clean, healing water, and he's pouring it over himself. He is replenishing and revitalizing himself with this water. We have the sly little fox that has joined him, that is also receiving healing waters. So, and look right there. So here we have this oasis, and we have this beautiful healing water, and just over there is a tree that is so close to the water, but yet it has died from dehydration. Understand that you have a choice to stay there, or you have a choice to come to the healing waters. That's what these 2 cards are saying to you. Okay, Pisces, you have a choice of drinking from this water, replenishing yourself, and reinventing yourself. Or you can stay there as the tree in the background and die from dehydration and die from thirst. I believe the death has already taken place. The ending has already taken place. We are now at the new beginning. Pisces, you are in for an amazing week. Don't focus on what's broken. Focus on how you're going to rebuild it. Focus on how you're going to make it better. Drink from the healing waters and allow the healing to take place. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. Until we connect again, you take care.